Hello everyone, this is Rajan Vanak and my partner Abhinav Arya, who are the Prestige members with Lifetime Development. And today we're here to do an inside interview with Brian Brown, who's the principal of Lifetime Development. And guess what? We're here to introduce you to Oscar Residences, which is in the beautiful area of Annex, 9-story high, beautifully architecturally designed, 155 units at 500 DuPont Street, very close to the 2 subway stations, as well as very close to the University of Toronto downtown campus.
Hi Abhinav and Rajan, thank you again for taking your time to be part of Oscar and part of our Prestige group.
First of all, Brian, thank you for having us over here. We are very excited about this Oscar project and we look forward to work with it. My first question to you is, everybody knows about Lifetime Developments. You guys have built a lot of condos like Panda, EXO, right, White House. Can you tell us more about Lifetime Developments and what it brings to the city?
It's really started with the principals, and they laid the foundation upon which we operate today. So we're constantly looking at the way that we do business, the practices that we have in place internally. We're looking at the materials that we incorporate into our buildings, the way that we incorporate artists into our buildings, but also looking at what we can do next. So it's never okay to just be where we are, but we're constantly looking at what we can do next in order to improve the level of our buildings, to make things even more exciting about our developments.
So Brian, we're here for Oscar Residences, which is a beautiful building in Annex. I would like to ask you the amenities that we're having at Oscar, and can you give us detailed information of Oscar Residences?
In the case of it being a boutique building, it will provide people with the opportunity to live in a residence in the Annex that has more of an intimate and personal feel. A lot's happening on DuPont, especially between Bathurst and Christie, and it's one of those neighborhoods that, while it's a very established neighborhood and a very stable neighborhood in the sense that there's not a lot of developments happening, there are certain pockets of DuPont, or certain pockets of the Annex rather, that are going through significant changes and transformations. This happens to be one of those areas. With all of our developments, we're constantly looking at where we are today, what we are offering, and how we can change that. So we're constantly looking at our processes, our practices, and even the finishes and the features that we offer in our building. When we look at developments must include not just the suite, but it's also important where people are, what they experience when they walk through the front door. The lobby is really the first impression of somebody's home. And the amenities are something that they're buying that's an extension of their suites. So it's not just about the suite, but it's also about what other benefits people are going to get when they walk through the front door of their building. In the case of Oscar Residences, we've got a beautiful lobby that will welcome you as soon as you walk through the front door. Going up to the second floor, you'll have access to a fitness facility, a residence lounge, a dining area, your outdoor area as well with barbecues, and also a theater. So when we looked at this development, we also looked at how people were going to be using the space and making sure that every amenity had those personal touches that people would expect when they came into a Lifetime Development building. We also have a fantastic dog lounge, believe it or not. So with everybody that's moving into these buildings these days, making sure that there's a facility for people's pets is also extremely important. In the case of Free Motion Fitness, that's a new strategic partnership that I'm actually very excited about. For us, especially where we are today, just coming out of the pandemic, being conscious of people's health, being aware of what they're looking for, and being able to offer something new and dynamic and experiential, especially when it comes to fitness, is something that we're very proud of. We've been able to partner with Free Motion Fitness, who's one of the leaders in the industry in fitness. In the case of Free Motion Fitness, you may be familiar with them already. They're responsible for providing Orange Theory with all their treadmills, and they actually have one of the best interactive fitness programs in the industry. So you're not just buying great equipment, but you're also buying a library of fitness instructional videos, but very interactive programs as well. So you may choose that you want to walk through downtown Toronto, and it'll, on Google Maps, plan out your route, and it'll adjust your treadmill and the incline and decline based on the terrain of that road that you're going on. So what we're talking about here is really taking fitness to a new level.
So Brian, let's talk about Oscar Residences, which is very close to the transit system, especially the 2 subway stations. How about give us some more information about it?
We always talk about location, but in this case, we're looking at a location that provides you with annex living, but at the same time, within 20 minutes, you can get anywhere in the city. So if you want to get to the downtown core, you want to get to Union Station, there's many options, whether it be by bus or by subway. It's right at your doorstep.
Brian, thank you for explaining Lifetime Developments and what it has brought to the market. Can you please tell us what Lifetime Development brings to Annex and how it relates to Annex, and what should we look for?
In the case of Oscar, we're really talking about a connected neighborhood. So while you have the benefits of being in the annex, you're really connected to many different neighborhoods around the city. You're a short distance away from Yorkville. So if you want to walk and go and have dinner in Yorkville, it's right there, it's approachable, it's easy. But if you want to hop on the subway or hop on a bus to get to the downtown core, where we have all the other amenities and all the other benefits of a different type of neighborhood, you've got that at your doorstep as well.
So Brian, DuPont is growing so much and it's been developing so much. Can you tell us how is Oscar helping towards the growth of the DuPont Strip?
So in the case of Oscar, you're really buying into a neighborhood that's just starting that transformation. Between Christie and Bathurst, DuPont Street is going through major transformations. And what happened in this case was that a number of developments all went through the city approval process all at the same time. What that gave was the opportunity for all of us to show each other what we were planning for DuPont and to work with the city and the neighborhood to figure out how each development was going to contribute to that neighborhood in different ways. It's very rare that you have that opportunity to work with the city to plan out an entire street, not just your own development. When we look at developments, we like to look at it as something that's going to change a neighborhood on a long-term basis. And in the case of Lifetime, we're not just looking at a building to try to figure out how we build the building and then move on to the next building, but how do we build a building that will really contribute to that neighborhood on a long-term basis, and we want to be a part of that as well.
So Brian, as a Prestige Club members, thank you for giving us the inside information for Oscar Residences. Now I would like to thank you as well as the whole team of Lifetime Development and anybody who's interested in buying inside first day, first access units from Vanak and Arya Property Brothers. Please call Rajan Vanak, partner Abhinav Arya. Phone numbers 416-909-2626. Hotline number 416-305-3500. Thank you so much, Brian, for introducing us to the club.
We can't thank you enough for your support over these years. Our buildings wouldn't have been successful if we didn't have your friendship and your partnership and your support. So we thank you. We hope we answered all your questions today, and we look forward to doing more buildings in the future together.